YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again. This is Q's Insight. I am Cali. And yo, just like I said, we're here for another review of Locke Key, Season 2, Episode 2, entitled The Head and the Heart. Yo, this episode was great. I still can't get over the fact that I got my show back, baby, and I'm ready for it all. We're getting new questions, we're getting questions answered. It's just a beautiful thing, bro. If you like Locke and Key, this is a beautiful time for you right now because you know what I'm saying, like you sitting in a rocket ship strapped up, boosters full throttle. You know what I'm saying? Ready for everything. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, with no further ado, bro, I'm going to break down this episode a little bit. Like I said, I'm never going to spoil everything for you. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to see stuff yourself. But if you've seen it already, the episode, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, at least I won't spoil it too much for you. So, again, episode 2, we have basically a death key now. Gabe basically made a death key, and although he wasn't trying to make a death key, he still was able to make a key, you know. So we have a situation where we get to see Kenzie's her fear, because you know in the first season she took her fear out of her mind, and it became like another, like Kenzie, basically like a I don't know if you want to say that a negative version of Kenzie or whatever, but she became another Kenzie. And so Gabe and Eden, they both have Kenzie's her fear ego or alter ego in cage. And you know, we're thinking like, you know, why does he have her? But he knows things that we don't know. And one of those things being that, you know, the Locke family is very important, very vital to, you know, being able to make his dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that hold the keys, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, then we kind of find out that Jackie is starting to lose her memory, and it's kind of hard to tell if she's losing her memory because, as we know, for the magic stuff, once you get to a certain age, you forget it. Like, it can be right in your face. Something big can happen, and you're like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. 5 seconds later, you don't even remember. Like, and it's crazy like that, bro. Like, but when the younger kids are dealing with the magic, they remember everything. When the adults are dealing with the magic, they forget it. And our whole thing was like, what age does that start at, right? So, Jackie, which is, you know, Tyler's girlfriend, she's just about to turn 18, and she's starting to forget, you know, what goes on. Now, the thing that had me confused about this was that she wasn't just forgetting like magic. She was forgetting things that were, or she was getting confused. She was understanding things that didn't even have to do with magic. So I'm just like, yo, is this really the part where she's losing, you know, the ability to be able to remember stuff with magic, or is it just some situation where she's kind of got like a situation of like Alzheimer's or something like that, you know? So, that's that situation. And the demons or whatever, they're not young nor old. I don't think they would probably be really old. They don't forget stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I want to, like, why don't they forget stuff? Is it just it's just only humans that do that, or what? And if they're in a human body, wouldn't that still cause them to forget stuff when they get to a certain age? Like, I don't know about that. Um, and keep in mind, I'm just jumping around. Like I said, you're not gonna get everything, but I'm jumping around talking about what I want to talk about. Bro, Bodhi started school. First day as a fifth grader, right? Already picking up on a chick. You know what I'm saying? Little young, little black little girl. You know what I'm saying, bro? I see you. I see you. Get that. Um, and he's smart, bro, because it was a situation where in which, you know, it was you had to get in front of the class and you tell us what you did this summer. People were saying all this stuff like that. He gets in front of the class. He says, "Hey, I lifted my brother's car, twirled it around with my finger," and everybody's laughing, having a ball. And basically, the girl Jamie, um, the girl Jamie, she 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 believes him. So he's like, she's like, what is exactly going on with everything that you're talking about? And he eventually tells her, but before he tells her, he tests her by saying, "Here, take the key from me," because you all know that the demons can't grab the key, like it has to be given to them, like type thing. So he's smart, bro. He tested the waters out, made sure that she was a real, person that he can trust before he even let her into the whole ordeal. So Bodhi's smart, bro. Like Bodhi's like one of my favorite characters on the show, like straight up. Like I love him, man. I love him. You can't go wrong with Bodhi. You know what I'm saying? Um. So, anyways, later on down the day, Bodhi and Jamie, they're talking, having a good time, and then school's over. Um. And uh, we got introduced to this guy named Josh, and he's a teacher at at the school that Kenzie goes to, and um Kenzie's mom Nina, she's like decorating this like this room that's supposed to be like for performance. It's like a performance building, um to do plays and music stuff like that, right? And then all of a sudden, like, bro, Josh comes in and just basically is talking crap to her, right? And then she shuts him up. But you're like, oh man, they kind of have like a bad vibe going. Like I said, go back to Jamie and Bodhi. It's time for them to leave and go home. So Bodhi's like, hey, here's my mom. And then his mom is like, oh, it's good to see that you got a new friend. You know what I'm saying? First day back at school, da 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 da. And then Jamie's like, well, you should meet my dad. We flip over and it's Josh. So Josh is her dad, bro. Like that's that was crazy, bro. That was like a little weird situation, right? Um, and then we have a situation where like Kenzie is like she's in love with Gabe, but she still loves Scott. You know what I'm saying? She still loves Scott. And she's like kind of comparing the situations, and she's feeling like she knew Scott more because Scott was not only did he know about the magic and the keys and stuff like that, but he actually let her inside of his head, and she got to see everything. And she was like, I've never been inside of Gabe's head, and never has he ever been like, yo, you can do this or whatever. So she starts to feel weirded out, like why is he not letting me in? You know what I'm saying? So she kind of, and of course we know why. You're not gonna get in his head. That's Dodge in disguise. So, um, but anyways, she ends up trying to still get inside of his head, and he doesn't let her. And so it basically causes a rift between the two. And because there's a rift between the two and she still likes Scott, she starts, going over to Scott's side a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And it creates jealousy for Gabe. He gets jealous of Scott. And I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Gabe / Dodge is like falling in love with Kenzie or something like that, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, because Eden was like, why do you care about, like, Kenzie like that? Like, you're supposed to be playing a role. Like, why do you really care? And are you falling in love? Like, and, but anyways, we'll figure that out down the line, and, you know, we have more situations where we see Jackie, and it's still like, is she's losing her memory from the magic, or is it just her losing memory in general? So we don't know if it's that at 18 you lose the memory that you would have with the magic, or if it's just her, she's just losing, like, her memory herself. So like I said, we'll figure that out later on, or we'll figure out if there's a way for them to remember. So anyways, we kind of have a situation where Josh reintroduces himself to Nina, and they kind of hit it off. They kind of have a lot of things in common. Like, her husband died a year ago. His wife died a year ago as well. They both are working at the same school. They both got, a small little kid and the two kids are friends. So, they kind of got a little stuff in common. And, so there may be some love behind this, So, basically, bro, we have a situation where Gabe is trying to figure out, because he made that death key, but he's trying to figure out, and the death key, basically you touch somebody and they just die, like straight up, like they just turn into black ooze and you see bones and stuff like that, right? So anyways, he's trying to figure out, when I make a key, how do I give it the power that I want it to have, and not just it be some random thing. So he basically comes up with a plan to go to the Kenzie's house, and Kenzie's not home, but he ends up hanging out with Bodhi, and then they just have fun. They just do crazy stuff, right, with the keys, right? But all in all, he's really trying to get the ghost key so that way he can go talk to one of the old Locke family, it's like the grandpa or whatever, and see if he knows like how to make the keys for the desired power that you want it to be. So he uses the ghost key. Eventually he talks to the grandpa, and he's like, yo, like, you can do it, you can make a key, but what you got to do is you got to have the whispering metal, and you got to forge it, and you got to stay focused on what you want it to be, and you have to drop a little bit of your blood into it. And so he takes that information and he's like, yo, Bodhi, I gotta go. And you obviously know who he's trying to do now at this point. And my thing is that, how did Gabe grab the key from Bodhi? How did he even get the ghost key? Because he's dodged. So how did he get the ghost key? Then we have a situation where Kenzie goes to visit Aaron, and she ends up thinking back in time where in which Ellie had told them, we found a way to remember, even though we're older, we found a way to remember the magic so we can never forget. And so she's like, well, Eren must know it. So, you know, she calls her brother down, and then they both go inside of Eren's head. And when they turn the key, there's no second body there. And so you're like, you know, because usually when you turn the key, and you're using the head key, the body shuts down, and then um like another version of yourself comes out. You're the same person, but it allows you to go inside your head. You know what I'm saying? So, um, anyways, they go inside the head. Uh, it's all messy and crap like that, right? They end up finding the younger Eren, and she's obviously been stuck there for a while. And like it's like who did this to her and for what reason, you know? But eventually you know, they get the younger Eren out, and then now the older Eren is herself again. She's not just standing there like a, you know, she has her memory back. She's able to function. Everything is good. So, and she's, you know, it's going to be a big help to the Locke family because she has had all the experience in the past of everything that they did. You know, when she was like her when she was uh when she was because she was Rendell's girlfriend back in the day when they all had their little, you know, group and stuff like that. So she has a lot of experience. She has a lot of knowledge. So that, you know, they're gonna be able to use her to the best of the abilities for sure. But I won't delve into much more, man. That was basically the episode. If you've seen it, let me know what you guys thought. For me, I'm gonna give this episode a 9. I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. Nothing to complain about at all. Um, but like I said, if you guys seen it, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.